from the historical point of view, we have the idea of Shaktipithas that we know of already. Most people are aware. Shaktipithas are the pitha means a Kshetra or place of Shakti. Okay, Shakti is Devi.
An energy center.
Energy center. Shakti can be anything. Shakti is like an open sword. So there is a lot of. When we say Devi, then Shakti is behaving in the form of a deity. When we say Ma, we are trying to get her to become like a mother to us. Just because you are saying Ma doesn't mean that she has accepted you as a child. That is the sadhana. It takes time. It's not that simple. So, 4 ancient Shaktipithas used to be there. Of these, Kamakhya is one of them. 3 of them are almost inaccessible, or we don't even know the exact locations. Some perhaps in Afghanistan area.
Wow.
Like this. There were 4 original Shaktipithas, very ancient. Okay. Of these 4, Kamakhya is the one that is still continuously worshipped and still a powerful Kshetra even today. Okay. There are 51 total Shaktipithas, but many of them emerged later on. And in some traditions, it is believed that not just 51, there are more Shaktipithas, 108, but they're not revealed to the world because perhaps the people are not ready to take them, or it's not revealed to all the people, masses. Okay. So Kamakhya is very ancient Shaktipitha, at least perhaps 2000, 2500 or 3000 years old. I don't know exactly. It is one of the core pithas of Tantra Sadhana, and not just any Tantra Sadhana, Kaula Tantra Sadhana. Okay, Kaula Tantra is one branch of Tantra, which is an extreme form of Vamachar. Vamachar is the left-hand path of Tantra, which we talked about, where things like meat, alcohol, fish, etc. is offered to the deity. Okay, it's a part of the sadhana, standard part of the sadhana. And Kaula Tantras actually will tell you that this is, of all the paths available in Tantra, this is actually the highest. There's nothing beyond the Kaula. Yes, it requires a certain degree of preparation to enter into Kaula Tattva. Somebody who is not prepared, if they try it, they may fall down. This is again coming from the Shastras. Kularnava and other Tantras mention all this. That's one of the name of the texts.
By fall down, you mean die?
No. Fall down means any spiritual process. If you are not ready for that, you will have a spiritual and material fall from there. Okay. It's standard in all spiritual practices. Fall means you will come to a state which is worse than what you were starting, spiritually and otherwise. It is believed that the yoni of the goddess, the womb of the goddess, actually fell in Kamakhya. Because the idea of Shaktipithas is that when Sati was, she immolated herself, Shiva took the body of Sati and became very angry. And that is when Vishnu came and cut the body of Sati. 51 pieces were there and they fell in different parts of India. Okay. Of these, the yoni fell in Kamakhya. So that makes it an extremely potent Kshetra. Perhaps the most potent Kshetras, and capable of holding the energy necessary for certain kinds of sadhanas which you cannot do in many other places. Okay. The sanctum sanctorium, this innermost place. So at the innermost place of the Garbhagriha of Maa Kamakhya, there is no vigraha. There is no idol. It's a cave. And there's a natural water that comes in. Okay, there's a naturally formed in one of the tantric texts called Yogini Tantra from 15th century. There is a whole chapter giving detailed description of what is there in the Garbhagriha and the hill of Maa Kamakhya. It's called the Neela Parvat. The mountain is called the Blue Mountains. Okay, Neela Parvata Vasini, she who lives on the Blue Mountains. Okay, and inside the Garbhagriha there's a water that comes out specifically. On those 4 days, the water turns reddish. It's as if there's a woman who is having her menses, and the temple remains closed in those 4 days. So nobody is allowed to enter into the Garbhagriha. But because it's like a time of rejuvenation. Okay, it's time when the energies are gathering together, so like a new creation is happening.
Purification.
Sort of, look at it that way. So during that time, certain restrictions are followed in sadhana, in food habits. Those who connect to the Kamakhya Pitha, those who connect to Maa Kamakhya, they follow. For example, homas are not to be done in that time. Many often, especially in older times in Eastern India, not just in Assam, even Bengal, and even perhaps in certain parts of Bangladesh, before partition, partition. So women would maintain, eat food that is very light, follow certain restrictions, not meeting too many people and things like that, those 4 days. In many temples, not all, but many temples, the vigraha, the idol, is kept covered in those 4 days. Basically, that is, those 4 days are when it's like the earth is regaining its powers. Okay, as you said, a kind of purification sort of kind of thing. Okay. Also, at that time in the Kamakhya Temple, there is a certain like a fair, like a mela that happens, and a lot of people, specifically those connected to the field of Tantra Sadhana, Aughar sadhanas and all, they gather together. It's like a celebration. Okay, time of celebration. They wait for the temple to open on the 4th day. Okay, certain rituals are performed and the temple is opened in this 4th day. So after the 4th day, during those 4 days when the water turns reddish, there are cloths kept there, and that soaks in that water, and that is later distributed to people who are interested or who know what to do with this. These days, that is called the Rakta Vastra. Rakta is blood. Cloth. Okay, cloth of blood, cloth of Maa Kamakhya. Okay. Earlier times it used to be, even now, earlier times it was a little difficult to get. These days it's more easy to get, especially people who do Tantra Sadhana. And I mean Tantra Sadhana. When I say Tantra Sadhana, I don't mean all, that Jadoo Tona type of very negative image that is created in movies. No, not that. Okay. The actual Vidya of Tantra, which is very powerful, very beautiful. For them, that is one of the most prized things. I have that cloth, if you have faith in it, it's got exceptional blessings of the mother in it. And I know a case, for example, one of my friends, he was telling me this some year or so ago. So I think it's his home or somebody close to him. So they felt that there's some negative presence in the house, some spirit or something like that. Weird things started happening. Foul smells used to appear out of nowhere. People were getting disturbed, things like that. Somebody gave them a cloth of this Rakta Vastra of Maa Kamakhya. All they did was kept it in the puja room. Put one agarbatti, one diya, just like that, like a deity, and just prayed to it for a few days, and that problem completely vanished. That is very, very, very powerful. It's charged with power. It's charged with her blessings. If you have faith in it, it can heal, it can do anything. It can even accelerate your mantra sadhana. There is no limit to what she can do. So she is extremely potent goddess. There's no limit to what she can do and cannot do. Those who have had any experience with her genuine, they will know. And it's not a statement of happy faith. So one is that I can say that, I believe in the deity and I have a lot of faith in her. That's wonderful. But there is another faith that comes after seeing some things. Then you bow down in reverence. Ye mazak nahi hai. This is something else altogether.